Welcome to Get Solutions. This is Lokesh. So in last class we have discussed the various forms of amalgamation, that is horizontal merger, vertical merger, conglomeration merger, and under conglomeration merger it can be further classified into two types, that is product extension and market extension merger. And the last form of amalgamation merger is nothing but concentric merger. So in this class we are going to discuss other concept, that is demerger. Okay, so before going to the concept of demerger, you have to remember once again what is amalgamation or merger. Okay, so merger is nothing but combination of two or more business organization to form a new company, right? See here, a demerger is the form of corporate restructuring in which the entities or business organizations or business operations are segregated into one or more companies. Here the concept of demerger is compared with the corporate restructuring. Why means the corporate restructuring is also says the same meaning. What is this corporate restructuring? That is restructuring the existing management. That is fundamental change in the business operations is nothing but corporate restructuring. For example, if the management going to decide to establish the new companies in new location, then what the management will be going to decide in the sense, the management decided to segregate its business operations in two localities and two geographical area. So then again the management will be restructuring the business organization, that is restructuring the existing business organization to start up the new business entities in the different locations. So the demerger is also stated the same meaning. So demerger is a form of corporate restructuring, which means the demerger is also includes and stated that fundamental changes in the business operations. So ultimately the demerger is a form of corporate restructuring in which the entities business operations are segregated into one or more business companies. For example, see, in amalgamation, company A and company B is going to combine together to form a new company. So this process is ultimately called as amalgamation, right? See, amalgamation is also called as merger. So merger is nothing but combination. So in a similar way, demerger is nothing but segregation. Okay, see, assume this C company is the existing company. So the management of C company is going to decided to segregate its operation into two entities such as company D and company E. Observe, the C company is segregating here. So one is become D company and another operations become E company. So when the existing company is segregated into two or more business entities, then ultimately this process called as demerger. Okay. The concept of demerger is again classified into two types. One is spin-off and another one is split up. Let me discuss now one by one what is spin-off and what is split up. So first one, spin-off. So you have to keep it in mind the meaning of demerger, okay, and also meaning of merger. Once again, merger is combination, demerger is segregation. So you keep it in mind, these two words, okay. So you will easily get to know, okay. So spin-off is the creation of an independent business organization through the sale or distribution of a new shares of an existing business organization or division of a parent company. So when this spin-off operations carried out by the business organizations, That is, when a corporation spin off a business unit that has become and that has its own management structure, and also it sets it up as an independent company under a renamed business entity. So what they are going to describe here, that is, under spin-off situation, the existing company will be going to create a new independent company. So ultimately this spin-off comes under the demerger, right? So again, a demerger is nothing but the existing company segregate its business into two business organization. So what is the process called? Ultimately it is called as demerger, right? So the spin-off says it is the creation of new business entities, that is new independent business organization. Here the existing C company creating the independent companies, that is D company and E company becomes an independent company. Why means C company is establishing a new company in new location, that is in a new geographical area. So that's why D and E company becomes the new company. That means C company is creating the new company. So after creating the new company by the existing company, that is existing C company, it will distribute the shares to the E company and D company. Why means C company only creating the new company. So it is the D and E is the part of C company. So that's why after establishing the new company by the existing C company, the C company will be going to distribute the new shares to the existing shareholders of the new company. Okay, so once again I will going to repeat. The existing company will be going to create the independent company, that is D and E company is the independent company or a new company that is created by the existing company C company. Okay, so after creating the new company by the existing company, the existing company or parent company will be going to distribute the new shares to the new company to the existing shareholders. So okay, so existing company ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನ್ಯೂ ಕಂಪನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇರೋ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ನ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ in this spin-off situation, after establishing a new business organization by the existing company, the C company, that is existing company, will be going to survival. It will not going to wind up. ಅಂದರೆ existing company close ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ wind up ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So it will be continue to exist, ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ವೈವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತನ್ನ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಅದು ನಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ it will be going to manage the new companies, that is D and E company. But only in this spin-off situation, you have to keep it in mind, the existing company will be not going to wind up, close agodilla. Okay, so that is a very important concept here. Okay, so this is the spin-off. See, a spin-off is the creation of independent company, right? So what are the independent companies in the example? D and E company, through the sale or distribution of a new shares. That is, which company will be going to distribute the new shares? That is existing C company will be going to issue the new shares to the existing shareholders of the new company, that is D company and E company ಗೆ existing company C company ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು existing shareholders ಗೆ new shares na issue ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that is the meaning stated that a spin-off is the creation of an independent company through the sale or distribution of a new shares of an existing business organization or by a parent company to new company to existing shareholders. Okay, so when this spin-off situations arises in the business organization, then the new company becomes, and then the new company will be set up the new management structure. So that is the only thing. When corporations spin off a business, then the business organization has its own management structure. Okay, then it set up ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ರೀನೇಮ್ಡ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ. ಸೊ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಗೆ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆಗ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓನ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, ಅಂದರೆ ಓನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸ್ಪಿನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಅಪ್? A split up describes the action of a corporation or business organization that is segmenting into two or more separate entities, that is separately run entities. So in a similar way, that is it is a similar to the spin off position, but there is a slight difference between this spin off and split up. So split up describes that it is an action or event or task of the business organization or a corporation which means segmenting into two or more separately run entities. Okay, see with the example I will give a clarity so that you will get a clarity about these two concepts, spin off and split up. See, in spin-off, the existing company is going to establish a new company or creating the independent companies, that is D and E company. So after establishing the new companies D and E, the existing C company will be continue to exist in spin-off situation. Okay, so in a similar way, in split up also the existing company will be going to create the independent companies, but after distributing the shares to the new company to the existing shareholders of the new company by the parent company, the existing company or parent company not going to survival. Okay, so after distributing the all of its shares to the new company to the existing shareholders, in split up situation completely the new company will be going to acquire the all shares of the existing company, so that in split up the existing company completely divided into two parts, that is one is D and another one is E. Okay, so in spin off situation, after distributing the shares, that is sum of new shares to the new company to the existing shareholders, the C company, that is existing company survival and continue to exist in future in spin off situation. But in split up situation, after distributing the shares to the new company, the existing company is not going to survival. Okay, so completely the existing company will be going to wind up. Okay, so that is split up situation. So this is the slight difference between the spin off and split up. Okay, thanks for watching. For the next videos, subscribe this YouTube channel so that you will get my latest videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching.